Hi everyone, this is a video review of the Gundam Thunderbolt Master Grade Full Armor Gundam Ver. And after this review, please be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Now as for the Full Armor Gundam, here he is inside the box, or here's the box for the kit. You can see some nice artwork for the figure on the front, and you can obviously tell it's a Ver because of the mostly white background here. You can sort of see the armorless Gundam without the armor right here in the background. As for the front, you do get some really cool artwork on here, and you might notice a significant difference between the master grade and the high grade. It's got more decals. You can see the number 4 here, some nice decals on the shoulders, chest and such. Now I was very excited that they were making a master grade for this. I really like the high grade Full Armor Gundam. I really liked how it's got shields on both arms. It's really cool looking blaster right here. Really like how it got additional 2 shields, which are held up by those mechanical arms on the backpack. Really like how it's got missile launcher right here on the backpack. And another gun on the backpack too. Really like that. On the sides of the box, you can see some photographs of the figure and some of the features. On the other side, you just see the figure without the armor and all the pieces of the armor and everything it comes with. And on the top and the bottom, you just see, again, the artwork we saw on the front. And on the bottom, just has a Bluefin sticker right here, which is the only difference between the top and the bottom. That's because I live in the US and I buy it in a store here. But anyways, that's it for the box. Now, I've already got this kit assembled, so let's take a look at it and see how cool it actually is. And here is the Master Grade Full Armor Gundam, fully assembled. Now, I really did like this figure when I first completed it, so much that I actually kept it in my room for quite some time where it accumulated dust, and I apparently, when I did that, forgot that figures can gather dust when they're out of the box for a very long time. But I spent quite a while cleaning as much as I could. There's still little bits in some of the seams, but all in all, I think it's mostly cleaned up. Now, taking a look at this. Now, I didn't put on the water slides yet. Really haven't gotten down how to put them on yet. But regardless, do you like all the new molded details the Master Grade figure has compared to the high grade? Whoops, shield fell down. No, it's another big difference between the Master Grade and the high grade. It's made of so many parts that seems to be able to fall apart easier. Now, it's basically a smaller Gundam with some armor pieces on top of it. Now, I'm not going to take those armor pieces off, mainly because a combination of me being too lazy to do it, and also because I'm, again, worried that it might fall apart if I do try to take the armor pieces off. Now, one significant difference I noticed between this kit and most other Gundam kits is that these joints have these plastic gray wraps around it. Now, I wasn't really expecting this. I was sort of expecting those molded gray parts like we've got with the high grade. And unfortunately, I didn't really like how they turned out on this figure when I tried building it. As you can see, this one's really stretched very bad when I tried to bend the elbow. That's not really something I took into account when I put these gray plastic wraps on the joints on the arms here. I did sort of take it more into account with the legs, so I guess there's more. Looks better on there. Still, for an $80 figure, I really wish I didn't have a part like this that was so hard to put together. Plastic wrap on the elbows. Now, there is a core fighter right here. Just take the top port off. You don't have to build it to get the chest to stay on the waist, but just a little nice thing it has, which I think is pretty cool. And it's a really nice nod to the ARC 78-2, which also had a core fighter. Of course, the last Gundam series before Thunderbolt that was aimed at an older crowd, Unicorn, it didn't have a Unicorn like sort of core fighter for it. But I guess that's mainly because it more focused on the transforming gimmick. But we'll say that just like with the high grade and all the things I liked about it, to say I like even more on this figure. I mean, the arms, it is more, these arms I really like because they're more articulated. Now, you do have to sort of get this beam saber out and put it back in just to get these arms to stay up. Just a sort of feature I don't think is mentioned very well in the instruction booklet, which something you should keep in mind. Actually, there's probably going to be a lot of features with this figure that I'll forget, which is another big concern for me. Usually when I forget stuff about a figure, how to play with it, I tend to be more likely to break it. So I'm just being very careful with this right now because, again, I've had this for long enough that it's gathered dust in my room. But again, all the things I liked about the high grade, I really like on this master grade even more. I mean, I like the blaster right here. You get the nice orange stripes right here, and I didn't even have to paint it like I did with any other version of the high grade. I like how it's got the shields on both arms. And these shields going forward, it's a lot like how the Zaku has, Psycho Zaku has the little arms holding the guns, but this one has the shields, which I guess looks cooler on a toy. And again, you get like the nice little missile pod here, and you get this rail gun on the shoulders. Now, if I recall correctly, these can't open up. Yeah, they do. I'm not going to bother with that other side. And the head sculpt, I really do like it. Again, looks very much like the original Gundam. I like how it's purely blue on the parts where it's colored, such as this sticker right here, this crest right here, and even the little goatee thing on the bottom of its faceplate. And yeah, this is probably one of the few Gundams where it's more colored than it is white. So I'm really glad they did that, and really helps that blue is my favorite color, and it pretty much dominates this whole figure. It's sort of a blackish, I mean darkish blue. I'm not saying I don't like it. In fact, I do like it a lot. It just really shows how badass a Gundam like this is. And on the back, you do get a lot of thrusters right here. Now, I'm not sure if you should, I don't recall if these required glue, the little thrusters. Probably might want to glue these in to be on the safe side. So, all in all, I think the Full Armor Gundam Master Grade is a very cool figure. Definitely a fun build. Well, not... Well, there are some tough parts right here, but if you do figure everything out, then I'd say it's a pretty fun build. And again, it's a very nice figure. Sure, it's quite a bit harder than most Gundam kits right out there, but the reward for completing this is very great. I mean, this is an excellent figure. Again, I really love the Full Armor Gundam design, and it's much more articulated as it should be in the Master Grade. So if you like the Gundam Thunderbolt series, you like the high grade figure, or you're even just a fan of cool looking Gundams in general, I highly recommend you pick this up. Now it's $80, quite a bit more than your average Master Grade, but again, once you really get down as to how to build this figure, you really have fun with the build. And again, the reward for putting this figure together is that you get a really great figure and one of the most badass looking Gundams of all time. Well, that's it for my review. Please be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/legendantihero. You can also follow me on Instagram. My username there is Legendary Antihero, and you can also friend me on Facebook, facebook.com/legendantihero. Well, that's it for my review. Goodbye.